Moving into our last segment of the day, we got the man, the myth, the legend, the gladiator, Peter Doocy of Fox News, questioning Karine Jean Pierre on Joe Biden running in 2024 and if he's going to freaking even have a campaign, because they're not chauffeuring that guy out at all. He's freaking in the basement once again. And this AI thing is going off the radars here. Basically, they're saying that AI is going to sit there and destroy mankind. Let's hear what he has to say. Let's hear what she has to say. You know how that one always goes. Hit that like and subscribe button. Pick yourself up a copy of Trojan Horse, How the Left is Destroying America. Folks, it's a phenomenal book. Pick it up for you, a friend, or family member. Link is in the description. Let's go ahead and roll it.
Yeah, Peter, I haven't seen you since Japan.
Nice to see you again.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
You can say it's nice to see me too.
It's nice to see you too, Peter.
It's been more than a month since the re-election announcement. Is President Biden going to hold a campaign event ever?
So I will say this.
Is he going to hold a campaign event? And I love that pause, that beat that he holds. Ever. Joe Biden doesn't take any questions. They're not chauffeuring the guy out. And he literally made a joke about it during the White House press correspondence dinner, or whatever you call that shenanigans dinner. He literally laughed about it in front of their face. And they just sat there and laughed back. But it's like, dude, do you guys not realize that he's mocking you? I don't know.
To you, Peter, as you know, we follow the rule of law here. We believe in following the rule of law as it relates. Hold on. As it relates.
Oh my God. I almost spit out my coffee. I have the camera guys. It'll hit all of you. I don't want to spray you with the coffee. Pick yourself up a mug of the Bald Brad Show. Links in the description, folks. Drink a cup of coffee with us. A lot of us are buying these mugs now. We're hanging out together, drinking good old coffee. American institution coffee. She just said they follow the rule of law. Biden had classified documents in his freaking garage for decades. What do you mean they follow the rule of law? No, you don't. The FBI, the director of the FBI is going to be held in contempt of Congress because they won't hand over a document which Congress requested and has a right to, that supposedly, allegedly, for law purposes here, shows Biden family corruption. So what do you mean? I mean, there's a lot of idea here that Biden is in bed with the Chinese. I mean, we have reports that millions of dollars are being embezzled or moved over. We'll say moved over. We gotta be careful with our language here. Money's being moved over from China to the Biden family somehow without doing anything. And Hunter Biden, the Biden laptop that we were told was Russian information, then it was Russian disinformation, all this stupid crap. Suppose it didn't even exist. Now it does exist. Obviously, it's real. You know, Hunter Biden's getting like millions of dollars. He's like a savant in every industry of which he has no knowledge about. It's amazing how that works out. The guy's somehow making millions of dollars of which he knows nothing about on any of these industries. Let that one sink in. The one thing he does know about is snorting cocaine off a dog's back and eating freaking Cheez-Its off his rug, but that's for another video.
Just his schedule. You'll have to schedule around rallies.
I'm about to answer your question here as it relates to anything that is connected to the campaign, any rallies, any events, any endorsement, anything that is connected to the 2024 reelection. That is not going to certainly come from here. That is going to come from his campaign or the DNC or the DNC.
So you can't say if he will be campaigning for reelection.
I'm just not going to comment from here.
And then
on 2024 reelection.
Another story.
The Hatch Act does exist.
A group of experts now say.
I'm wondering if she wanted to get a laugh out of everybody, but nobody's laughing. I guarantee you, because there's an ongoing thing with her going, well, it's the Hatch Act. Everything's the Hatch Act. It's like, okay, lady, we get it. We get the Hatch Act. You can answer some questions. I think you're going a little too far with this whole Hatch Act thing. You can answer the whole idea. Yeah, we'll chauffeur the guy out. We'll get the gurney. We'll make sure it's all polished for y'all. We'll get the gurney and strings and we'll puppet that man out there. At least you could say that, but no, we're not going to get even that.
That AI poses an extinction risk right up there with nuclear war and a pandemic. Does President Biden agree?
What I can say, you're speaking to the letter that was
Yes.
provided today, made public. And so, look, The president and the vice president has been very clear on this as it relates to AI. It is one of the most powerful technologies, right, that we see currently in our time. But in order to seize the opportunities it presents, we must first mitigate its risk, and that's what we're focusing on here in this administration. As you know, the AI, we brought some CEOs here recently that the president and the vice president hosted to the White House to reiterate their responsibility for these specific companies have to ensure that products are safe before they are released to the public. And so I will leave it there. I know there's a letter that went out today from Elon Musk and CEOs. I will let the public read that letter. But again, we have been very clear on that, how companies need to be responsible as it relates to AI.
I mean, hey, you got to give her kudos. At least she answered the question. Like, that was the one where there's no harm, no foul in answering that, right? Which is something we've seen before, where she will get a question that's no harm, no foul. We've actually covered many of them here on the Bald Brad Show, and she'll sit there and dodge it, manipulate it, spin it, and there's no reason to. I mean, you can give a clear answer, a basic answer that almost anybody, regardless of political affiliation, would just answer, and she won't do it. So at least she gave something here. I mean, it's almost as if she's not prepared. And I've said this theory time and time again, and I pretty fully believe it, is Joe Biden's not all here, you guys, okay? And I'm pointing to my head for those that are listening on audio. When he's not all there in the head, it's tough to communicate with somebody that's not all there in the head. I mean, the guy struggles communicating with his teleprompter. He can't even read. Can you imagine her trying to figure out what the hell's coming out of this man's mouth, checking him under pressure? I mean, nobody understands what's coming out of his mouth. So I think she literally, her job is literally just running blind. And I think that's why she just reads out of a binder. Because if you notice, there's never any quotes from President Joe Biden out of that binder. The question is, well, what does the president think about this? Oh, well, the president and Kamala Harris have been working on AI. They invited CEOs to come and discuss basically the effects of AI and basically how we can mitigate the risks of it. We think that those risks should be mitigated, and that's what we're working on right now. We're working with Congress to create legislation and maybe sort of a regulation and red tape for this artificial intelligence before it comes out to consumers. Like, I don't understand why you have to read out of a binder. Do you know what I mean? Why can't you just say that? And that could be even summarized even more. I mean, you could be short and simple. Yeah, the president of the United States is currently working. We invited CEOs, along with the vice president of the United States was there in the room as well. We sat there. We received a lot of information with them. We're working with Congress. We're working with Democrat Party as well as the Republican Party to create legislation to make sure that this is minimizing the risk of AI to the American public before it comes out as a consumer product. I mean, I'm an idiot in a closet. I don't get paid $180,000. Virtually make no money here on the Bald Brad Show. If you do want to help us, buy yourself a copy of Trojan Horse How the Left Destroyed America. We got shirts, we got mugs, which we drink out of together every single morning. Pick it up. Get yourself a mug or a book. Down link is in the description. But look, I'm an idiot in my closet doing this, all right? I'm not a savant. I'm not a wealth of knowledge. I'm an entertainer, folks. He's an entertainer, okay? That's what he does. The theatrics, the Joe Biden, right? Folks, she needs to be fired. She's very bad at her job. She's very bad at her job. I know we say it time and time again, but really, Karine, if you listen to this, because we know there are some people in the room that listen to the Bald Brad Show. Believe it or not, some people don't believe it, but they do. But they do, folks. Karine, get rid of the binder just for like a couple briefings. I'm telling you, it will help you exponentially. If you rely on something all the time, then that's what's going to happen is you're going to rely on it, and you're not going to feel the effects of having to think on your feet and answering questions of what you should already know about. Everybody knows AI is a big deal. Everybody knows Russia, China, Iran. Like, there's certain ideas that you should just already have equipped that you are able to answer on your feet. And a lot of that will just come in the forms of a communication with the President of the United States. But like I said, I think she's running blind. Let me know. Question for that one. Few questions here. Do you think AI is going to be really dangerous? If so, what aspects of it are going to be dangerous? And the second one is, do you think Karine Jean Pierre is running blind here? Do you think she's actually communicating with the President of the United States in a way that we think is real? Like having actual face-to-face interaction with him? And I'm not talking about him on his bed like this, as he's probably most of the time between the hours of, 10 p.m. and 3 p.m.-ish, 10 a.m., 3 p.m. Well, he doesn't work, folks, between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m., okay? Outside of that, he's sleeping. He's Sleepy Joe. Let us know if she's actually communicating with him. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Pick yourself up a copy of Trojan Horse How the Left Destroyed America. Pick up yourself a copy of... Oh, we're a mess today. Pick yourself up a copy of the mug. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you tomorrow here on The Bald Brad Show. I hope you enjoyed that clip from The Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.